Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 184.
184.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Orlando, Florida.
We just saw they have a bunk bed from the Wilderness Lodge for sale, so they're getting more furniture in, so that's pretty cool.
A couple days ago, they have all kinds of pins and collectibles online and offline.
I guess even if you buy that furniture, you can mention Mousesteps and get 10% off.
I would mention it
I
could get a discount.
Absolutely. Online or in person, so check them out. Also, Maple Leaf Tickets, our official ticket agency.
And you can get discounted tickets for the Walt Disney World theme parks, but not only Walt Disney World, but Universal and SeaWorld, as well as other local attractions and some local dinner shows as well.
That's right. Be sure to check them out. We're going to start the show this week at Disney's Animal Kingdom for Earth Day and Animal Kingdom's 18th anniversary. Very exciting.
Almost 20 years.
Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
So we're going to start off looking at the usual here, Avatar Land. We just found some new information about Avatar Land out. Disney released something.
A little something. I mean, it wasn't too extensive. I mean, we know that Pandora, the Avatar area, is supposed to be opening next year sometime, which means anytime between January and December.
That's true.
It's a 12-acre land, and they showed like glowing ground. I think you walk on it and it glows. So that's pretty much it.
It's actually called bioluminescence.
And I wrote that. Okay.
I didn't even need your notes to know.
Bioluminescent flora. So that was interesting.
I think it could be the sleeper. It could be better than Star Wars Land.
You know,
How do you like that?
It could be. And it will open way earlier.
I should mention they gave out free buttons on Earth Day that
Jungle
also
Book.
promoted the Jungle Book, a combination of goodness there.
And this is the second sand sculpture that we've seen. The other one is still at Epcot, although I think they're in their third incarnation at Epcot, at least second. So it's been different now twice at Epcot.
But, when it rains really hard, especially when there's a hailstorm, it's time for a new one.
I don't think it hailed there. It hailed here. We had
indeed
a huge
hail here.
hailstorm.
That's right.
A couple weeks ago.
So this is the line to meet Joe Rohde. And Joe Rohde, of course, is the legendary Imagineer who did a lot of the designing of Disney's Animal Kingdom. And there is Mr. Joe right there.
And we didn't end up meeting him. We had a media event earlier in the day elsewhere. So by the time we got here, we had missed out. But we've interviewed him before. We've talked to him before. He is really a nice guy. He always seems so imposing, or at least the first time when I saw him, I'm like, oh my gosh. But he is very nice.
One thing about him is if he's talking to you, he's giving you his full attention. And I like that. He doesn't blow you off. He's right on top of it. So that's really good. This is what they were selling that he was signing. And there's the Joe Rohde signature. It is a litho there. And I think the proceeds were going to Disney Nature somehow.
And that's John, Victoria, and Gabriel.
Yes.
And they are
I was so
ones,
excited to see them again.
Yes, they are the ones who we got to see. They met him.
That's right. They let us take pictures and video of their fine artwork and the book too, so very good. And here comes Chip and Dale out of the woods to come and do their meet and greet. It was very crowded to meet the cricket, Jiminy Cricket.
Okay.
90-minute wait.
90 minutes, like all day, to meet Jiminy Cricket at Conservation Station. He was there for about 5 days, so I bet on the other days it wasn't quite as long. But Jiminy Cricket used to be here all the time.
Well, I had to settle for standing in the woods and getting his entrance, which was good enough for me. And I don't want to impose on the line or anything like that. So it was good enough to show the cricket coming out and greeting all his many, many fans, his hour and a half long of fans.
Well, do you remember? I mean, it used to be like a 5-minute wait. We've met him with just a few minutes at Conservation Station.
5 years ago, that's right, at inside.
Right, inside, which not in the 90
No
degree.
wait. You just walk up to him. Maybe there's 2 or 3 people
But
waiting.
he was there every day, so now he would be considered a rare character now.
Well, here is the line. Look at this. It wraps all the way. It goes around the corner there to Conservation Station and goes halfway to the to the train there.
I think this says maybe he should come back a little more.
Yeah, what does that tell you?
Just like for a few days around Earth Day.
That's right. So very good. I think that was absolutely good enough for us on Earth Day, rather than waiting for the full 90 minutes. And here goes the Jiminy Cricket to go back to sleep.
We've met him before, so yeah, 90 minutes would have been a long time.
So then we decided to check out some of the other Animal Kingdom activities, and here is a hippo, hungry hippo coming out of the water there.
Yeah, that was fun.
So I always like Animal Kingdom. It's great. I can't wait till all the nighttime stuff starts later this month. It should be very...
No, next month. Well, okay.
Oh,
Today,
yeah.
This is April.
It's still April. I apologize.
We already have our Fast Passes for the safari at night for Memorial Day weekend.
This was really cool. The apes,
well,
the gorillas,
this is actually
gorillas.
Western Lowland Gorillas. And there's two babies, and it's interesting because the two babies have two different mothers, and they were within like a month of each other, is what I was reading. Like the father is Gino, but it was so cute. Like just,
Oh, yeah.
I never see them when we go through here so close. So it was really, it was really fun to watch. They're actually endangered. The gorillas.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I did not know that.
And
this area is called Pangani, and it used to be, I think, is a Pangani trail.
Forest or something. Yeah, I don't have it in front of me.
It used to be called Gorilla Falls when when it first opened, but too many people thought it was a waterfall, and they didn't realize it was an attraction.
There are waterfalls, though.
I know, but they didn't realize it was a walkthrough where you see animals. They just thought it was waterfall, so that's why they changed the name from Gorilla Falls to Pangani.
Interesting. And right here we have, for Rivers of Light,
Yeti. I love that.
I gotta say the seats look very uncomfortable. I'm hoping they will be more comfortable than they look, although you might want to bring a cushion.
I will bring my old Phantasmic butt pad, because that will come in very handy. Those seats look extremely
they do not
hard.
Look comfortable. Like
no Corinthian leather whatsoever on those seats.
Like look at that.
Those. It's like rocks. You're sitting on concrete rocks there.
I probably would want to bring a little something. And obviously Rivers of Light has been delayed indefinitely. We have Jungle Book Alive with Magic, which will be starting, I believe that's Memorial Day weekend as well.
So that was a good time.
Supposedly.
We had fun at Earth Day, but now we're going to move on to our favorite park of all, Epcot.
Epcot, yep.
So this
Captain Ron
is tremendous.
was so cute.
Here's Captain Ron. Tell us a little bit about Captain Ron.
So Captain Ron is actually normally at Disney's Vero Beach, and if you've ever been to Disney's Vero Beach, they have the sea turtles, and they come and they lay their eggs on the sand.
You have to be very careful too.
You have to be very careful of the eggs. But Captain Ron finds the eggs in the fresh sea turtle nest so that Disney can actually mark the nests. And so if you're on the beach, you can see where they mark them. So people will know this is like I can't go here. So anyway, that is what Captain Ron does. He actually helps the sea turtles.
And he's finding an egg now. They simulated a lost egg, and the captain there just found it. So look at how impressive that is. When we did go to Vero Beach and did the whole sea turtle thing, and I found that most people were very, very respectful, except for at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night.
there are people who are not always. It's sort of like baby ducks. You'll see people like, especially teenagers, like picking up. You saw me like last year or two back. Like I was getting upset that kids were handling the.
Kids
teenagers
don't know better.
handling the baby
they don't
ducks.
know better, but the parents do know better.
Yes. So but the sea turtles, sea turtles are such a big deal here, especially on the beaches like Vero Beach and all that. So he's so cute.
And we got to meet Captain Ron, a meet and greet with Captain Ron. Unlike other characters, though, I didn't really talk to the captain very much.
No, you
didn't
weren't
have
him turn around.
give him my mindless chatter. But and there you go. He's giving you lots of kisses too. He really seemed to take a liking to you.
I don't know if I want to be on the video.
Well, it's too late now. But again, I thought that was great, and we thoroughly enjoyed Captain Ron. That was a limited time magic thing. It was only for the weekend, I believe.
He was very, very nice. Yes, just for the Earth Day weekend.
So this is another discovery at Epcot, though. They now have a little bar, mainly serving beer and wine, over at the Canada Pavilion in the store.
Well, trading post refreshments. I didn't write anything down about it because there's not really that much to say. It's a friend of ours was like, it's a desk with drinks,
It's almost like somebody dragged a cooler over there and they're just selling beers out of the cooler. But, I guess another bar is always good for Epcot. There's not enough bars there, right?
No, they've moved around this store several times in the last 6 months, quite a bit. This room in itself just never seems busy.
Right.
They used to have hockey merchandise in here, and then they actually put the Hatley shirts. I really like the night shirts, and they put them back here, which was kind of odd.
I'm glad they still have my favorite, though, the maple syrup in a hockey player.
I like that. I always like seeing that. It's really fun. But they have a lot of their snack items back here, and they've always had, I think, some snacks back here, but right now that's mostly what it is snacks and then the drinks.
Well, I think it's a perfect combination. You can get some of these little Whoppers there, get a box of Whoppers and a couple beers, maybe a wine, and sit outside, and there you go.
In the hot sun.
Watch them melt quickly.
But they have cookies and all kind. I don't know how busy this will be, just because for some reason this has always just been Well,
here's the seating area now.
empty, right? They put tables
In the direct sun.
In the direct sun, they put some tables outside. It would be nice if they had a table inside too. Probably in the evening this wouldn't be too bad. We'll see.
I agree. I think evening is the time to be hanging out there. Absolutely. You can watch illuminations with your beverage.
Hey, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, look at this. It's Launchpad McQuack.
Yes.
Big surprise. He was doing a surprise meet and greet
Along
there.
with Baloo and
Yes.
some other characters.
King Louie,
Mm-hmm.
all sorts of characters. But boy, we were very happy to see Launchpad. It's been a while.
Well, we've only seen him a couple times in the parks, really, in the last number of years. So it was, he isn't out too often.
He's from the Disney Afternoon. Do you remember that?
I do remember it. I didn't watch it a lot. I mean, I was in my 20s, I think, when it came out.
Yeah, it
so
was a
wasn't-
90s type
Right.
of a show, but it was great. I wish they would have him and Darkwing Duck and the
Rescue
although the
Rangers.
Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers have been out in recent times at Hollywood Studios when
For
they
the
had
dance
the
party.
short-lived dance party.
That was short-lived. I mean, they took that away in the other dance party, too, and those were actually kind of fun.
I think we should have a Disney afternoon dance party. It would be hugely successful. I shouldn't say that. I might pay money for that.
Well, they have the early mornings and they have the late night $150 thing, but I said they should have the Disney afternoons now, and then you could pay for the characters.
And we just saw Baloo,
Baloo.
and here is King Louie.
And
of
somebody
course.
said he didn't seem like Christopher Walken, so
No,
I
well,
thought that
he
was
is.
funny.
Yes, Christopher Walken imitates King Louie, not the other way around.
And look at Rafiki in the background; he was waving.
When they leave, they will always turn around and wave goodbye. Anytime you see a character and the character walks off, at the very end, they will always stop and
Almost
wave.
always, yes.
And I
And there
think
goes Goofy. Goofy just did too.
See, I think we're going to see an example of
Like,
that.
I'm not even
Watch
looking
this.
at
Watch
King
it.
Louie.
I guarantee he will turn around. He'll say, "Bye now." So that was great. We love the surprise character meets at Epcot all the time. And now we're going to take a very, 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 very quick look again at, of course, the Frozen area. There have added. Remember last week that we saw that some of the trees have been removed. They've planted new trees.
This is what Jeff's all about.
It's
is
a
the trees.
slow week when we have to look at. Actually, it's not a
It's
slow
not
week.
really that slow.
But I just figured we'd follow it since we've been following it. So those two trees are new, much bigger than the other trees.
Tree watch.
That's right, tree watch.
And this is supposed to the Norway area is supposed to open the Frozen Ever After and all that in June, sometime in June.
But we'll have much more on that as it gets closer and we find
More
out
trees.
more. Yes, more trees. Now this was awesome. We had a chance to go on the Carnival Magic for a very, very important
For a
reason.
few hours, we didn't actually go anywhere, but
We didn't go any. We went to the ship. We didn't go anywhere.
we did go to the ship.
We didn't sail.
So they had invited us to come out and check out their Guy's Pig Anchor Bar-B-Que,
Oh.
which was fantastic. And I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
No, it really, I'm telling you, better than Sonny's. If anyone knows from Sonny's
That's
Barbecue
what
here in
Jeff
Florida.
thinks, and actually I say the same, although I do like Sonny's a lot.
Look at this. Now, we didn't even try any of this. I think this was just for
This was for
effect.
show, yes. This was a 6-foot pulled pork sandwich. And I will say, the Guy's Pig and Anchor, it's only on the Carnival Magic right now. I don't know anything about Guy Fieri. I don't. Except he has the Guy's Burger Joint, which is fantastic.
We know we like his burgers, and now we like his
yes,
barbecue.
Right. The Guy's Burgers on the Carnival we love. So this is included in, like if you're going on the Carnival Magic, I don't know if they're going to expand it to other ships. It's included in your cruise cost.
It only
lunch
happens on sea days, right?
Right. So it's a few hours
boy.
each sea day. And the food was really good. They had the championship pork butt, smoked round of beef, blue ribbon chicken, and then all kinds of other items. So it wasn't like just one thing. The food was like everything I had was very good.
It was out of this world. It's a good thing we didn't sail because it would have been big trouble for
Honestly,
me.
it would have been difficult to decide every day where to eat because they had Guy's Burger Joint open. They had this. They have an Indian restaurant. They have a really nice Italian place that you can go for lunch, and Blue Iguana Cantina. The food for me on Carnival, as far as counter service, beats anything I've had anywhere else at sea.
And that includes Disney.
That includes
There's more
Disney.
variety. I really, people are always surprised, but we just love the food. We've had great luck with the food there.
I will say for Disney, I do like their buffet. That to me, their buffet is better than any buffets I've had
Oh,
as far as
yes.
lunch buffet. So that is where I think Disney shines, but pretty much Carnival shines in a lot of other areas.
And we're looking at some of the barbecue items in the smoker there. So here's
Right.
just a few more pictures showing this stuff. I am getting very hungry.
I know. And if I was going to, I'm sure we'll cruise on Carnival again in the near future, but I like the 2.0 offerings where they have the Guy's Burger Joint and Blue Iguana, and I think that the Carnival Magic had better food offerings, more expansive lunch offerings than we have had on other ships, on other Carnival ships.
Oh, we forgot about the Sea Day brunch.
I love the Sea Day brunch, and so I would want an 8-day cruise or something so we could try different things.
Don't forget the afternoon tea.
I have not forgotten the afternoon tea.
We just ate before we did the show too, so we got a problem.
No, there's no problem, but it does look good, doesn't it?
Yes,
So.
everything looks really good. Anyway, we're going to move on. We're going to talk about more food. Another announcement at Disney Springs, paddlefish coming in fall 2016.
Well, Fulton's closed just like a couple weeks ago to go through some changes, and we didn't realize they were going to change into paddlefish. And that sign, when we went to do a Portobello review, which we'll
have
talk
that
about
next week,
right? All of a sudden, it's like, oh, look, a new sign. So that was fun.
Was very exciting because we had no idea it was going to be rebranded like that. So very interesting. Also, more Disney Springs news. We have Sprinkles Cupcakes.
Well, Sprinkles we learned is going to open on May 15th with the town center. The shop will be open from 10 a.m. till midnight, but they also have the ATM, which will be open from 8 a.m. till 2 a.m. And I would say go at like 8 a.m. so that you don't have to worry about a crowd. But they'll have in the shop cookies, cupcakes, ice cream, whatever. Sprinkles. I don't get to go to Sprinkles hardly ever because we don't have one locally, but now we will.
I'm very curious about the ATM. That's the
I
thing
can't
that
wait
I'm
to
most
just see
interested
it
in
'cause
checking
it's
it out.
interesting.
Well, you just saw a
Something
picture of
new.
it there. So.
Yes.
Anyway, much more coming up with Disney Springs because we went on Characters in Flight again.
Well, we had a group on, and because of the weather, we kept trying to get on the balloon.
You made about 4 attempts, I think.
Right. I mean, we've had a lot of rain lately and a lot of wind, so we were only like 2 days away from, where it was going to not be.
We're going to lose the Groupon.
Well, we were going to lose, the full value of the Groupon. So we were told, though, that by somebody who works there, that since the beginning they've had a special for $10 before 10 a.m. I don't know that to be 100% accurate.
No, it's obviously accurate. It's the captain, the pilot.
Yes, okay.
I totally trust the pilot.
But you know what? Because I didn't get a second opinion, it's sort of like going to the doctor. Like you want to make 100% sure. But anyway, that's what we were told is that you can get that deal any day before 10 a.m. and it's much less crowded anyway. So in a few weeks, it won't even matter as far as Disney Springs because everything's just going to be open, although it'll be fun to still get to see it from above.
I love going up in the balloon. And you know what? The number one question the pilot gets about the balloon, the number one question is, what happens if the cable breaks?
You know what? I have probably asked that myself at the beginning.
Do you remember the answer?
No.
They apparently have some way to pilot the balloon and land it safely. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we've been going up for years, and I'm not really big on heights, but I've always felt pretty comfortable otherwise.
Yeah, I love it. I would go on it every chance I get. If they offered an annual pass,
yeah.
I would go all the time, sort of like when we do the Orlando Eye.
Right.
So it's very much like that to me. But anyway, look at all this huge amount of construction going on, and you can really see Town Center coming along back there.
Well, you can see STK also. Okay, first, we're seeing Planet Hollywood, which will become the Planet Hollywood Observatory this summer. STK, I think we're going to hear about STK pretty soon, really soon, as far as opening, because they look like they're finally getting really close to done. Mm-hmm. They were supposed to open in fall and then spring, and we're still in spring, so hopefully very soon. And then here we see the blue water.
Well, the blue water is where the deluxe burger is, right?
Right. We can see...
you can sort of see the deluxe building.
Right. And deluxe burgers down there. I think that's supposed to open in May, but I have not seen anything about an exact date on that.
I thought it was May 15th. I could have sworn I saw May 15th. It was opening with the rest of Town Center.
I didn't see anything about the 15th, but it certainly could.
Now look at that. That is your giant air-conditioned indoor mall right there, basically. That's what that is.
So Amorette's Patisserie is supposed to open on May 15th. There's only a handful of places that I know are opening for that date. The patisserie is like a high-end pastry shop, so that will be interesting.
I don't mean to interrupt, but look at that bus stop. That is a massive bus stop, and you can see the Coca-Cola store down there also.
A couple of weeks ago, that bus stop was like dirt, and all of a sudden it's like, just crazy. You know, it looks almost done.
Now, if you walk around when you're up in the balloon, you're able to do a full 360 walk around if it's not too crowded. You can see there a Spaceship Earth, and you could see the Swan and Dolphin, and you can actually see the water tower, the Earffel Tower, which as of this writing is no longer there.
Right.
It has been taken down. We'll have a little tribute at the end of the show.
Overnight, it went down. I didn't actually get to this side because there was quite a few people on, but they're kind of blocking the path, so I kind of stayed over by the town center location this time.
Okay, so please finish about the patisserie.
Well, I mentioned it's Amaret's Patisserie. They're going to have like macarons, hot chocolate ganache, champagne, sparkling wine. They showed little pastries that look like Mickey Mouse, and like really
sounds really good.
It'll probably be very expensive, but it looks really nice. So
does it mention upscale in the description?
I bet it does. It looks very upscale, and so that will be another option. You can get your cupcakes, and you can get your
diamonds.
Yeah, whatever. No, I just mean about the over at the patisserie. And then also they're going to have like Blaze Pizza, Deluxe Burger, coming. So I don't know when Blaze Pizza is supposed to open. I haven't seen a date on that either, but I know the Deluxe Burger is supposed to be opening sometime in May.
I have high hopes for all that stuff. So it should be very good.
Plus, BB Wolf's,
Oh yes, not to forget BB Wolf. Yes, we just recently saw they've added some more to the sign of the BB Wolf.
Right, and BB Wolf's that opens May 15th, and they will have like artisan sausages. What is artisan? Like I keep seeing like in our neighborhood because of the hail, artisan roofing. There's so much like everything is artisan now. So.
I think artisan means expensive. The most you could pay for a sausage or a new roof.
But no, but artesian, So I just think like I've just seen that word.
Oh, let's talk about this. This is another thing that's sort of coming along down here.
Oh, that is the Edison.
Edison, yes, of course, the Edison.
But supposedly other things like, remember when there's been so much talk about a waltz here and the Neverland tunnels? I have no idea.
Well, maybe that's why
that's
there's all that underground building. That's probably why it's taking so long. There's another shot of the STK, and the sign is actually illuminated there.
Right, and it's reimagined American cuisine is what they say, and it's like steaks and other items. We have never been. I've never been to STK. I know there's one in DC. We should stop there.
Well, if you don't want that though, you can get palm reading and magic while you're dining over at the Edison. Yes,
I think you mentioned that before. But who knows if they're going to do that here? Like it could be different than the one in Los Angeles.
Now here's an interesting shot. I put the camera way out and faced it downward, and there is the cable pulling you down there.
By way out, you still had it within the
Of course, confines. I had it within the confines of my wrist.
But also just where the lens just goes out, but not the rest of the camera goes out because we don't do anything dangerous around here.
That's
we try not to do anything dangerous.
Anyway, we're coming in for a landing, very smooth, and again, another great ride on Characters in Flight. I look forward to doing it again, especially if it's true about $10.
Yes,
before
we
10.
would do that. And we were told that things have fallen out of Characters in Flight. So
yes, we heard that.
They mentioned that this time, like phones and stuff. So don't stick your hand out with a phone.
You know what? I did not drop anything. So here's a little tribute to our vintage clip of the week here, and there is the Earffel Tower. What I love is the other Earffel Tower, the topiary version of it. Do you see that? I think you will see that very soon. There it goes.
Yep, that's the topiary Earffel Tower, and it was interesting because I was reading up on it, and actually with the tram that they were talking about the Earffel Tower and how it is based on the one in Burbank.
Right, the one at the Walt Disney Studio. So we're just looking at a few more pictures of the tower. The tower had many changes over the years. At one point, it had Dalmatian painting on it when they were promoting the live-action Dalmatian movie. They also had Santa Claus hat at one time. So lots of things with the Earffel Tower.
Well, supposedly the Earffel Tower, the ears are 5,000 pounds each, or worth 5,000 pounds each. I did not realize that, and I learned that from the tram driver just now.
Well, that was a heavy set of Mickey ears, wasn't it?
Yes.
So our respects, we pay our respects. We loved the Earffel Tower, and we're sad to see it leave.
Yes.
So anyway, that is another show.
That's another show.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We want to thank our sponsors, Theme Park Connection
and Maple Leaf Tickets.
Have a great week, everybody, and we will see you all next week.
Have a great week.